How might you respond in the event that you had another opportunity at life? In 1989, 17-year-old star competitor Mike O'Donnell's better half Red Dorman lets him know that she is pregnant, only minutes before his logical grant-securing secondary school title ball game. Mike plays the initial couple of moments of the game, then strolls off the court and pursues Red, forsaking his expectations of setting off for college and accomplishing a profession that could uphold their future. After 20 years, 37-year-old Mike finds his life stale and exhausting, leaving any venture he begins. Red, presently his significant other and mother of their 2 kids, has sought legal separation, constraining him to move in with his nerdy, yet very affluent, dearest companion, Ned Gold. He has left his place of employment after he is ignored for an advancement he accepted he merits, and his secondary young children, 18-year-old Maggie and 16-year-old Alex, need nothing to do with him. Afterward, while driving, an experience on an extension with a janitor changes Mike back into his 17-year-old self. Subsequent to persuading Ned of his personality, Ned accepts that Mike's change was brought about by an otherworldly soul guide who is attempting to control him on a superior way. Mike signs up for secondary school acting like Imprint Gold, Ned's child, and plans to head off to college on a ball grant. As he becomes friends with his harassed child and finds that his little girl has a sweetheart, Stan, who doesn't regard her and much of the time tortures Alex, Mike comes to accept that his main goal is to help them. Through their children, Mike invests energy with Red, who noticed his momentous similarity to her better half, however defends it as an odd fortuitous event. Choosing to likewise attempt to fix his relationship with Red, Mike starts to get done, under the misrepresentation of getting volunteer credit, all of the nursery projects he deserted as a grown-up. He gives a valiant effort to isolate Stan and Maggie while likewise reassuring Alex to be more sure so he can make the ball group and go out with a young lady he has eyes for named Nicole. Mike experiences issues opposing his craving for Red notwithstanding the relationship's reasonable impropriety. Ned, in the meantime, starts to seek after the school's essential Jane Masterson through progressively extreme tricks to win her kind gestures, which she resolvedly reprimands. However, she consents to a date after he offers to purchase workstations for the school. On their date, Jane is totally disinterested with Ned until he drops the refined rich fellow persona and concedes he is really a nerd. Jane then, at that point, uncovers her own excitement for nerd culture by addressing him in Elvish, and the two hit it off. Mike sets up a party to commend a ball game succeed at Ned's home while Ned is out with Jane, where he defies Stan, who had as of late unloaded Maggie for not laying down with him. Mike gets taken out and awakens to Maggie attempting to lure him. Mike lets his little girl know that he is enamored with another person and Maggie leaves, causing Mike a deep sense of alleviation. Red shows up at the party stressed over her children joining in, however Mike shows her that Alex has at last figured out how to get along with his crush. The two have a private discussion where Mike, made up for lost time at the time, attempts to kiss her. Nauseated, she stomps off as Mike fails to make sense of his actual character. Upon the arrival of the trial to conclude Red and Mike's separation, Mike makes one final endeavor to win her back, as Imprint by perusing an alleged letter from Mike. That's what he expresses despite the fact that he was unable to fix things in the start of his life. It doesn't change the way that he actually cherishes her. After he leaves, Red notification that the letter is really the bearings to the court and she starts to become inquisitive. Subsequently, she defers the separation by a month. Yet again disappointed that he was unable to rescue his marriage, Mike chooses to seek after a grant and continue on with another life. During a secondary school ball game, Mike uncovers himself to Red. As Red takes off, Mike chooses to pursue her down, very much as he did in 1989, however not prior to giving the ball off to his child. Mike is then changed once more into his 37-year-old self, and cheerfully reunites with Red, saying that she was the best choice he made. As Mike gets ready for his most memorable day as the new b-ball mentor at his children's school, Ned, who has effectively begun a relationship with Jane, gifts him a whistle, both content with their new beginnings throughout everyday life.